750k to rent a bag for the night. 350. You don't have problem in this life. Walai. You don't have problem in this life.
I think the craziest one for me is going as far as renting empty boxes.
That one is a sign of insanity, and you don't know it.
Listen,
So that's insanity.
like,
That's
how can you tell me?
insanity.
How can they call normal people and you follow them?
Hey guys, yeah.
Welcome to a brand new episode of the Playful podcast.
Big purr.
You know, I realized recently that I've grown up.
That's cute.
Not maturity wise, but like there was one day that I came back from like a day, like I had a full day, and I came back home, and like when I came back home, I got home, I was just doing like your typical things, like I put my stuff away, was trying to make dinner, I was just trying to just organize myself. And I had left like my sliding, like, so this my living room has a balcony, and I had like hung up the curtain. So like I had now come back into the living room, and like by now night had fallen, and like you could now see inside my house from outside.
Okay.
So I could also see my reflection in the mirror, and I just looked at myself, and like I was holding like a dish rag, and like I was just doing stuff, and I was just like, damn,
Wow.
I've grown up.
I'm an adult.
Yeah, like I was just like, I'll chill. Like it just really dawned on me, because I feel like I spent so much of like I've spent the last like 3 years really being by myself.
Fair.
And it's been very interesting, but like as the years go by, the more interesting it becomes. Like that's the only adjective I can think of. Like I just constantly feel like I'm always learning things about myself, learning my strengths and my weaknesses, realizing that like doing things alone is actually hard but can be fulfilling.
It can.
And yeah, it's just like I just realized that I've grown up, man. Like I'm a grown ass woman. Don't you have to say so? That's
It's not
I really
fun.
like this top.
Thank you.
I want it. It would have gone actually well with my skirts. We should have swapped. You know, because my top two would have worked with your skirt. I'm saying it on the podcast. You think I'm ashamed?
This is what Valerie does. Guys, I need you to know
This is what I
Valerie
do. So it's a me thing.
Valerie will say,
So it's
I
just,
like
so
this.
it's a me thing. I
and
mean.
suddenly it appeared her wardrobe like witchcraft.
So it's just a me thing. Answer now.
And what kind of question is that? I don't understand. What kind of stupid question is that? Stupid question. What question are you asking?
Okay.
I beg. Let's not have our first public fights on the podcast too.
No problem. Voila. I'll back down. That's you see that's what
You still take this top. Get the fuck out of my face.
Of course I'm still going to take the top. Of course I'm still going to take the top. Are you whining me? Like I'm still going to take it, but like I don't know why you're trying to pretend like as if you don't do it too.
Get out. I'm so fuck what?
I'm dead.
I'm so fuck what?
But anyway, it's a brand new episode of the podcast.
Brand new episode. Brand new ways Lagos is sewing ashigi. Brand new things that are happening in Nigeria. Guy, did I tell you that there was, I think I told you, that there was a day I was without light for 29 hours.
This bitch is crazy. Just a day and 5 hours.
I don't understand. Now you'll be ready,
so
Jen,
dramatic.
and you'll be ready, Jen, for 29 hours. Don't know.
Oh, so your generator was on for that. You bought for 29 hours. That's
Yeah.
the real issue.
I was home all day. My mom's home now, so I cannot economize my fuel.
Do you think you should get an inverter?
So yes, and I'm going to, but when I move, because there's no point in setting it up here. We had an inverter. Funny thing about the inverter
we had an inverter.
Anyway, we had an inverter. Funny thing is, I was electrocuted by it.
Eh?
Yeah, like, like you know, in the
I
film,
did not expect that.
you know, in the films, yeah, where like they'll be electrocuted and it throws you across the room. Yeah, that's what happened to me.
Crazy.
Yeah. And then it was honestly, I know Valerie always says life is not a Nollywood movie. That night was like a Nollywood movie. That's how it threw me across the room. Mommy said I yelped like a dog, threw me across. Yeah. threw me. I hit the wall, dropped on the floor.
The
next thing I knew, one of the guys outside, shout out to him, because even back then I was still a big babe. I was just feeling myself like this. He was carrying me down the stairs. Mommy was like, "Yay!
Why did the investor shock you like that?
I don't know.
What were you doing by the investor that shocked you?
I can't even remember. I think I was turning on or off. Shy, catch me. But it sucks that, that amount of electricity. Well, it doesn't suck because no brain damage, no organ failure. I didn't die. Bonus. I didn't die. That's a great bonus. However, you would think that amount of electricity, maybe small superpowers.
Bye.
I do like this.
If you could have a superpower, what would it be? What would it be?
Altering people's thought processes. Mind bending. 100%. Are you stupid? Yes. If you can alter people's thought processes, you've won in life.
What you
thought I'd say? Flying so I can avoid traffic. Get the fuck out of here.
Why would I say?
I want to be able to shoot laser from my eyes. Phew. When we're not in Hollywood.
Altering people's mind.
Yeah, 100%. From the smallest thing to the biggest thing, you've won. If you want to travel somewhere, you can walk into the airport and be like, "Hi, can you let me on the plane?" And now you're on a flight, business class. You people that go around looking for visa. Did
you watch Gen V?
Yes, I did.
Is
Gen V or is it Gen V? Yes, it is Gen V.
On Amazon Prime.
Yeah. You people that are looking for
that
visa.
That is an interesting superpower to think.
You go for your visa appointment. You have
my
visa.
own
10 years.
My own listen, I'll use it too. My own is so that I can be invisible. But it's always because I want to go and steal money.
But then if you can change, if you can bend people's mind, you don't need to steal. You don't need to steal the money. You just
can just manipulate them.
You walk up to Dangote and say, "Good afternoon."
What were you saying?
You bend people's minds until you reach Dangote. I don't understand. You say, you just do like this. You do like this. Shake my hand. Show Yahweh. Good afternoon, sir. When I say good afternoon, you say, "Are you looking for about $50 billion?"
That's this.
They say, "Daddy, you can do better than that."
Is it mind bending or is it jazz?
It's mind bending.
It's giving jazz. Sounding like jazz. It's sounding a little bit like voodoo.
Hold on, wait. So if we are going to traditionalize it, what would superheroes be? What would they class be? Is
that where you're going?
No, not babalawos. They'll be like demigods because they're above regular humans.
I hear you. I mean, Hercules, was he a superhero? He was strong. He was a Greek god. But it was
let me not offend an entire culture.
Let's just keep that.
No, but he was a mix. I think it was Hercules that was a little mixy thing, innit?
So let's
human
move
dad,
on to the podcast.
no human mum.
No. That's Tarzan.
Are you alright? Tarzan was mixed with what? Part human, part monkey. Tarzan was I want you to say it. What was Tarzan mixed with? How did we get from Greek god? How did we enter Tarzan now?
I don't even know what just happened. I don't know what just happened. I'm sorry. Can we edit that out of the podcast?
Oh God,
that was too funny. But then, yeah, man. Wait. Hercules is half horse, half horse. Tell me.
He's fully human. He was just raised as a baby. They dropped him in the forest and said,
"His horse."
Bye.
Who, Tarzan?
Yes. Okay. Did you say horse?
I thought you were talking about Hercules.
No, Tarzan.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. I've never watched the beginning of...
Jesus.
Wait.
Hercules was a messenger to the gods.
Wait.
He had winged slippers.
What's Jungle Book?
Do you think he ate?
No, what is Jungle Book? Did he used to walk like a monkey at some point? Or is it because he was in the forest too?
Yes.
It's a question. So who had the Jane girl? Who had the Jane character? Jungle Book had Mowgli.
Yes.
Okay. It's been a long time now. I'm 31. I'm almost 31. I can't remember the things that I watched in cartoon.
I can.
Good for you.
And
You that you're still reading any blighting book. Of course you can remember what was happening in this cartoon.
I knew when I said it. There's going to be one day that this girl, this bald-headed bitch,
Like
this
you?
Gorimapa girl
Gorimapa girl.
will use it against me. Here we are.
Any blighting.
Here we are.
Any blighting. Of course you remember. But anyway. Okay, another random question. What was your favorite cartoon?
Pinky and the Brain.
Okay, so wrong
It's
question.
Pinky
What was your
and the
favorite
Brain.
Disney cartoon?
My favorite Disney cartoon.
I feel like that's like Pocahontas, right?
Yeah, all of them. Man.
Peter Pan.
Do you know what? Yeah, I never really had a favorite Disney cartoon. Do you know why?
Why?
Because all of this,
Mulan.
yeah, like
Nothing.
I liked Mulan up until the point where I found out she was doing everything for man. Like that whole, I feel like from young, that whole, oh, a man gonna rescue me, gonna carry me, and I never really liked it. It was all confusing.
I used to be obsessed with the fairy tale.
Should I tell you the weird thing? How far this stretches? You know, I've never dreamt about my wedding.
I don't think I used to dream about my wedding, but I've always liked. I sort of knew I was going to get married early.
No, but you envisioned yourself getting married.
I didn't envision myself getting married.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I don't think so. I just wanted to marry. Like I was at that time, I wanted to marry that person.
Fair, okay. Because when I say this,
I envision myself.
You're
like,
the
I
only person I've said this to.
fantasize.
Yeah, the only person I've said this to that has the same. Like I've never. Oh, I'm gonna get married. Like if I close my eyes and think about it now, I honestly can't see myself in a wedding dress.
One of my friends has planned all her wedding outfits, and she doesn't. She's not even dating anybody. Like she's like
The power of manifestation.
She's not even. I don't think she's even doing it to manifest the man. She just knows that when
she's ready, she's
ready to marry. This is what she's going to wear. Like the looks are sorted. Okay.
Honestly, yeah. Do you know what my nightmare is? A big wedding.
No, you will enjoy it.
No. Do you know why? I just feel like.
So you just think you prefer a small wedding?
A small wedding, small intimate wedding. Small intimate wedding.
Yeah, all expensive, sha.
And normal. I'm not even doing it. I'm not saying it as per cost. But I would rather spend 50 million feeding 50 of our closest family and friends rather than 50 million inviting 1,000 people.
First of all, 50 million for a wedding process is crazy. Okay, things are expensive now.
Yes. 975 out of that 1,000 people that you invited, you cannot even call them and say, this is what is happening. Can I have some advice? What's the point? What's the point of you?
I agree, Sha, but then I guess it depends on how you're feeling. And then, like, it depends on, like, your families and stuff. Because, you know, at the end of the day, if we're all being realistic, these weddings are usually for, like, the family.
You can't bully me. You can't bully me.
Yeah. It's very hard.
We elope.
Good luck with that.
Listen, I feel like there are a lot of...
I don't think you want to elope. You want to do... as per you, not the bridal shower. Girl.
No.
Tell me, please stop. Like, lie to the people, but not to me, man.
I'm not lying. Yeah,
I'm not saying I
want.
You don't. Okay, you're not saying you want to elope, but if they stress you, you will run away.
Yes, 100%. And I'm not saying that if I do get married, I won't want the fanfare. But the fanfare will just be very localized to people I love and trust.
Not very localized. Bye.
It's not for everybody.
So it's so funny that we're talking about this because, you know, we actually wanted to talk about keeping up appearances, right?
Yes, we did.
So it's so interesting that we sort of like casually strolled into the conversation. And it's like, let's talk about weddings, for example. People do definitely be keeping up appearances at weddings. And like, I feel like, I know like it's a big deal. It's a special day. And... all of that stuff.
I like your nails.
Thank you, baby. But will you do short nails?
No.
But getting married and like not like maybe you spend so much money on X and X and X and X and X. Like imagine you do so much for your wedding and then like after the wedding like you're hungry or like something crazy.
I think my sister. I feel like my thing for my life has always been do the best with what you have.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
As it should be, you.
Do the best with what you have. If you have 10 million naira, do the best with that 10 million. If you have 100 million, I'm the type of person, I can have 1 billion in my account and my wedding might cost 10
No, like me, if my
Like,
wedding is, if I have one B, there will be signs. Eh? You did wine. See, let me just give you 100 with you. Like, it will be small, but there will be
no,
signs.
but there will be signs. 100%. That's what I'm
You
saying.
did wine.
That's what I'm saying. I would rather spend money and let the people that are close to me and the groom.
I need to stop fucking saying that you did wine thing. Mm-hmm.
Let the people that are close to me and the groom enjoy. Whether we pack ourselves and we fly and all costs are paid or whatever. I'm not saying just because it's a small wedding, it'll be cheap. No. My own is about, why do I need a room? Why do I need crowd?
Like,
Why?
I mean, you're celebrating like your love. Like, you want the whole world to see. Like, you want all the hating hers breezy.
They see it on Instagram.
All the hating hers breezy.
See it on Instagram. I know Google.
Do you think so? While we're on the topic, right? Let's talk about like posting, people that post their wedding pictures and like they don't post the groom. What do you think about that?
I think it's honestly, I think it's honestly, if I'm taking it, let's take it from 2 points. Let's take it from Ujuaye, the eyes of the world.
Okay.
Yeah. And just how I would do it normally. Yeah. For me, I don't like posting personal things online. Do you get? Like, I honestly don't like posting things that are personal online, because at the end of the day, when you're like in the public, what do you have for yourself? Does that make sense?
I hear you.
Does that make sense? So for me personally, I wouldn't even post my wedding. I know in my case,
You say you won't post your wedding?
I won't post my wedding.
Why?
Why not?
I hear you, Sha. You know,
Like,
I think like, so I understand people not posting their partners on social media before they get married. And to be honest, now I kind of understand people not posting their partners when even after they've been proposed to or whatever, or they're getting married, because I feel like sometimes it's just best to preserve and protect some things, like you've said. And then I also feel like all that does is it gives people. Why do you want to know?
Thank you.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Thank you. What is like? How would it?
But then, what I don't like is people that post their partners and then remove their heads, or like they blur their heads,
I think
or
that's
like
so funny.
They use emoji to cover their head, and I'm just like, just don't post.
I feel some people want you to know that
they're in a relationship.
There's somebody keeping me warm at night.
I bet,
but they just don't want you to know
what it looks like.
But then I feel like, especially in this day and age of social media, especially if you have a following or like you're somebody like people are interested in, it then turns into this rush to see who is this person, when did they find.
So the thing about this is that
IG
next day
detectives
they'll now start going to go and follow the person. All those things, honestly, it can be rather much.
And it's just like,
so what really made me want to talk about this whole keeping up appearances was I saw someone post something on their Instagram story. That's what I'm actually trying to pull up. Someone posted something on their Instagram story.
Is it gonna make me sick?
No, it's just going to make you say wow. So the person posted this and said something about Lagos, something. But then I was like, very interesting. So I've now gone on their page, and their bio says you can rent everything you see here. I'm dead. So they set up these stores. It's like birthday surprise. See Fendi box. It's rented. He says that's cute.
No, when you said no, wait. When you said
it's rented.
The watch as well.
Yeah, they rented they'll arrange that whole setting for you so that you can make video. Can you see how much it is to rent?
I'm so confused.
Yeah,
no, wait, hold on. I'm
confused. This is also the renting backing page.
Okay, so what I'm looking at, guys, here.
I feel like we need to show them what we're looking at.
Yes, so
I get to figure out how we're going to show you
we're
what we're
gonna
looking
show you.
at.
But what I'm looking at currently, yeah, is the normal Lagos birthday setup. Temafi balloon, at rose petal, at streamer, in hotel room. Yeah. One share, yeah. What if Gucci, Fendi, Bottega Veneta, one designer bags, but they're renting everything. So you're renting it to take pictures, and it's not small money that you're paying for these empty bags. It's 450,000 naira, 450 Nigerian naira.
So you can rent
450,000 federal of night federal
you can rent Van
Republic
Cleef.
of. You're joking. Let me.
Let's see.
As in, what do you mean rent Van Cleef? What's happening? As in,
you did wine.
so as in you rent it and then you
wear
wear it out.
Yeah.
And then they rent Birkin. They rent.
Well, is that card? Is that card there? Chanel bag. Let's go. See money bouquet. You can rent this.
I'm getting angry.
That's $100 safe. But that money bouquet.
So what happens? Yeah, I have a question. What happens when someone rents the Van Cleef from 300 for 350K and then they don't return it?
How you not return it?
Why would you not? Why? What is holding you that you won't return it? Instagram dragging.
I'm sure they even have Chanel love bracelet too. The original one, no, with the screw. So that you.
Cartier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's say
Chanel.
Chanel. Cartier love bracelets, yo.
So okay, what happens if someone doesn't return it?
I'm sure they'll call police for you. So I just I'm short of words. Like I feel like it's very interesting that people are actually going this far, because this is rather foul.
Do you know what my issue is with this thing?
Tell me.
Should I tell you what my
main
issue is? Yeah. So like, there's certain websites in the UK, like Selfridges now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can pull clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can pay, like, say the dress is.
I know what pulling is.
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay.
Say the dress is like £5,000. You can pay a smaller fee, maybe £50 for a day or whatever, to pull.
Pretty much rent the dress.
To rent the dress, right?
Mm-hmm.
That kind of makes sense to me if you are a person that is always going to events, always.
No, pulling makes absolute sense.
Pulling makes sense.
But renting Van Cleef does not.
Yes.
Because the money to rent this Van Cleef,
it's real money.
And that money you could have used it to buy a gold bracelet.
Real gold. Okay. So,
that's just all I have to say about that. I'm not even angry. I just find it funny. And I also think that it's because people like, see, I'm never on top about spending their money, but I just find it so insane that, like, I think my real issue is the thought process behind it, because you're doing it because you want to post on Instagram.
350K to rent a Van Cleef. That's insanity. My issue is,
money is it, like, god damn.
My issue honestly is, right, it's real money you're spending.
Yes, that.
Like, that
it's
real
not monopoly money.
It's not like a pulling fee. Even when you pull in Nigeria, what you're paying is like a dry cleaner fee and like a service fee to the brand. Mm-hmm. Fair. That makes absolute sense. Which will be considerably less than if you were to buy that outfit or own that outfit. And it's almost like a collaboration. We know you're going to this event. It's going to get this amount of visibility. That's why we're allowing you to pull. But now you're spending 750K to rent a bag for the night. 350. You don't have problem in this life. Well, you don't have problem in this life.
That's why I think.
And my issue is
the crazy thing is, that one self. Not that one self. Let's even. There are even categories to it, because I think the craziest one for me is going as far as renting empty boxes.
That one is a sign of insanity, and you don't know it.
Renting empty boxes and balloon and all those things is crazy. Like, that's actually fucking crazy. Like, I've said it before that like to get that like a room full of rose petals and stuff. I said, wow.
Ooh.
To get a room full of rose petals and like stuff and like presents and like candles, everything. I'm sure it feels good, but it feels good because somebody did it for you. That's what I think. I think when someone does it for you as a surprise, that's what makes it. That's the feeling that you actually crave. I don't think the real thing is wanting to. So some people want to prepare people on Instagram, but for me, I feel like it's be actually wanting to see it done for me.
Oh.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like it's crazy for you to pay, and then you now start acting what's surprised. Come on.
That's actually a mental health issue.
Listen,
so that's insanity.
Like,
that's
how can
insanity.
you tell me? How can they call normal people and you follow them? You can't. Like, you can't.
So wait, hold on. They're renting it and then walking in on it as like, so my God, I'm so surprised.
Yeah.
But this is the greater issue for me. Yeah,
What is the greater issue for you?
So please? A lot of people, obviously, some, I'm not saying all, but some of the people that are doing this would have platforms, regardless of how big or how small, right? And obviously, they're not gonna come on Instagram and say, oh, by the way, I rented it. This is where I rent it from. Do you understand?
Obviously, they're not.
They're not. Which makes people, whether directly or indirectly, feel that it is real. Oh my God, look at what they've
The only
gotten.
way you find out that somebody rented that piece when there's one casala that's bust.
And then someone now says,
they'll not say, that's
how she went rent.
That's how we know that.
But now they're going to be young women that are easily influenced, that are looking at this and saying, I need to get here, I need to do this, I need to do this.
Mama, I feel like at the end of the day, speaking will go spoil. But I do agree with what you're saying. Like there are a lot of impressionable people on the internet. And I feel like at the end of the day, it's up to you to figure out what matches you and what doesn't.
100%.
I don't think I've ever listen, I'll even feel a little bit daft. Not a little bit. A little much. A rather much. A rather much daft. If like I'll carry like my hard-earned money, like I went to work for 1 month.
And then 450.
Okay, let's say place a scenario. Let's say my salary is like 150k a month. That's in to rent it for 1 hour. I mean 1 day. Is it 1 day? They say 1 day.
I don't even want to know.
They say 1 day renting 350k for bracelets.
Like,
so I worked 2 months and how many days?
2.5 months.
To wear
2 months and 40 days.
Do you like? Oh,
no.
Scary scenes. I just can't. Anyway, Sha, I feel like to each his own. But like, if you are going, if I know that nobody around me can do it, but if you do it near me, don't tell me.
Don't tell me. I will shame you.
I will clown you as fuck, man. I will.
Calling you crusty because baby, you was a motherfucking clown.
Listen, I will clown ridiculous. You like in the biggest way possible. Like you can never leave that shit down around me. If you rent box Gucci and the D&G box. You now tell me bye.
No, because we have boxes. Maybe you should start that business.
Okay, and I feel like that's the end of today's show.
No,
not you now.
Hey guys, hey, Auntie God. If you want, I have Gucci, I have LV, I have Cartier, I have VC.
Louis
Vuitton.
Okay, if people should
come. It's the empty box I have.
If the people that do be
the empty renting, box I have.
The people that do be
renting. So if you want to rent box or bag, just get in touch.
Because the one package come with balloon.
We find the balloon.
Okay.
There's a party shop near me. If you want balloon, we can add it to the package.
What should we
Please,
call it?
Don't bring our boxes back damaged. Which one do you have?
Okay, so
because
wait.
Me as
we have to no. We have to think about it well now.
Yeah, no.
Wait. You cannot say that don't bring back the boxes damaged, bitch. Who told you? We have to be there. When we finish setting up, when they finish snapping, they will jump inside the bed. They will dance. They will do woo.
We have to get an assistant.
And then when we finish, we'll pack our load. We're not going to leave that.
We're not leaving it.
No, A war. We're not going to leave it though.
And we Valerie.
Eh?
Valerie, because we can rent our own.
We're not going to leave it.
No.
This is a business. I just feel bad.
Sorry, birch necklace for rent.
Wow.
So
I'm not doing the business with Tommy. I'll help her do the Instagram
Are you
page.
mad?
I'll be helping her do the Instagram page.
Do you think people want to rent Apple Watch?
I'll get a bouncer.
Bouncer.
That in case the person wants to go funny, the guy will just.
So wait, hold on. If we rent jewelry nights, the bouncer going to be following them? No, come for real, seriously.
Oh my god.
No, for real, seriously.
But imagine if you go and rest that van.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. If it wasn't that I'm making my own money from my sweat, lie. I would have rented that Van Cleef and I would have kept it for 3 days. Let's see what they're going to do.
Tommy, they will arrest you.
From where to where? How will you find me to arrest me?
6 million.
How will you find me to arrest me
6
first?
million.
People, you don't think people enter the ground in Lagos and disappear?
Tommy, please, I beg. I don't know why you're always talking about all these otherworldly things.
I'm not talking about otherworldly things. You think people don't disappear?
What do you mean by they enter inside the ground?
As in, enter inside the ground, disappear, they vanish themselves, they carry themselves. When they go to Abuja, they go and stay in one country state.
I mean, yeah, people vanish sometimes. Like they run away after they commit crimes. That way you're trying to
yes.
say. Oh yes, they do now.
So if
but
I
will you now leave? You will leave Lagos because of Van Cleef?
Just to prove a point, because I want to know what security do you have in place that's keep.
Maybe there's a tracking chip in the Van Cleef.
How big is Van Cleef?
Or there's a shocker in the Van Cleef. That's when you move so much. Girl, I don't know what to tell you.
Because I'm not gonna lie.
Honestly,
not going to lie. It's not Lagos that can rent things in
if
Lagos.
I was doing this business and I was renting, I'll be collecting someone's family member. you can only bring your family member as collateral. You have to bring.
They say you can rent Birkin for how much? 750.
Yeah, bring your daughter.
Eh? So you say bring your child. Oh, so what we say? Oh, darling, you're just gonna stay with your auntie for a day, and you carry your daughter as collateral. I'm like, because what's secure? I need because I don't want to say the only reason why I feel somebody would have the peace of mind to rent these items in Lagos, but I have heard so many stories of babes renting hair and they abscond with the hair.
Yeah, I've heard. And
what do they do? All they do is drag them on Twitter. And then maybe when they're tired of receiving the shame as being the babe that stole hair, they return the hair.
Honestly, the people say.
But I'm not gonna lie.
Some people that are very shameless. So
if I rent you, listen, yeah. If I rent you a Birkin, if I rent you a Birkin in Lagos, you're paying for a bouncer, and that bouncer is going to be on my payroll. And his job is, if you move funny, knock you on the head and collect the bag.
I'm dead.
It does not matter what you are going through, what you are going out of. His own is, you protect the bag. I don't think Lagos is a
good place for you to be renting things out.
Honestly, if, like I said, who wants to chip in and do that experiment? Because what the actual fuck?
I'm not doing this with you. I feel like it's a little bit exploitive.
It is. It's not a little bit exploitive. I'm not trying to be
judgmental, but I just feel like it's a bit exploitive. I don't think. But then I mean, people are adults, you know. People like you said, why are you not using your brain? Like, why is that what you want? Anyway, Sha. Enough about enough. Enough is enough about enough. At the end of the day got to end. If you want to hire a room so that you post on Instagram. Mm-hmm. If you want to,
but this is my issue. Yeah, if you take that 450, yeah, even if you carry that 450 to the club, will you not be able to buy one Casamigos or 1.5 Vulcan, so you can at least
that's another thing that you piss out by the end of the night too.
But at least you're not being on Instagram posting with fake empty bag.
Posting empty boxes is crazy, Sha.
So what happens when your followers say, "What did you get? We want to see the bags." Where do we go from there?
They'll say that they don't want to show you now. You people are too nosy. That's when you start hearing that y'all too nosy. Y'all too nosy for me, okay? That's a Lambo. I can drop that Lambo. Like, you can drop that Lambo in a big way. Oh, I'll unbox it later. You just never get around to it.
And then they never see you with a Bottega or a Chanel or a Kinney bag ever. This is why you should just day your day. Just day your day. There's no pressure when you day your day. When you pop out with something,
The
people know
lifestyle
it's
cost, now
wow.
you know, no.
Because this lifestyle is getting it's studied into mental health too.
I'm screaming, not to turn into mental health. I just think that, like, I find it fascinating, Sha, but to each his own. Like I said, if I ever catch any of my friends doing this, they're not gonna hear the last of that shit from me. But I'm pretty confident that I don't have any
know
friend
anybody
that
would do
it.
this thing. Do I?
Because people. One thing people will definitely do is shock you. So there's always that. Yeah. Let me do my.
Am I the asshole? I love this.
So this IATA is: am I the asshole for being disrespectful and telling my parents good luck with that when they tried to ground me? I live at home while going to university. I'm in my final year and I have a job lined up after I graduate. My parents have been charging me rent since I was 16. I have a small company that makes me about $60,000 a year.
Okay, yeah.
I started it in high school, and it is one of the reasons I graduated early from high school and why I got attention from recruiters. My parents said that since I was earning adult money, I could take in adult responsibilities. I thought that was fair. So I paid for all my own stuff starting at age 16, not university. I got a scholarship. And the rent they charged me was a minor, $300 a month. But I basically considered my room to be completely mine after that. I kept it tidy because I liked it that way. But they had no say in when I cleaned it, when I did my laundry, other than not to do, when I cleaned it, when I did my laundry, other than not to do it at a time where it would disturb the family, for example, 3 a.m. I bought food for myself and I ate when I wanted. They tried to say I was separating myself from the family, but I saw it more as having my own schedule. This year for spring break, I went down to Mexico with friends.
Okay.
My parents were upset because they were hosting a big Insta family get together. When I got back, they said I was behaving badly by not being around for a family gathering. I said it was my last spring break in university and that I was not responsible for their schedule. They said I was grounded and I laughed and said, good luck with that. I went to my room and locked the door. They started banging on it for my attention, but I'm done. My grandfather came over to talk to me later and he's one who helped me get my company started and he's always there for me. He said that I was rude to my parents when they were trying to be there for me. I asked him how much rent he charged my mom when she lived at home, and he said it was ridiculous to think he would charge his kids rent. I told him that I had been paying my parents rent for 4 years. He went to the house and I heard a fight. When he came out, he said that I need to treat my parents with more respect, but that since they are my landlords, they do not have to say over how I spend my time. I'm avoiding my parents for now, and I'm renting an Airbnb right now until I graduate. I took everything that was important to me and I left $600 for the last 2 months I had planned on being there. They keep calling me, but I'm currently getting ready to move for my new job. I don't have the energy to deal with them. Is he the asshole for telling his parents good luck with that?
You know, he's not.
You don't think so?
I think obviously, don't get me wrong. I think it was disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
It was disrespectful. But from the age of 16...
Also, he was 19 and final year in university. Why are you trying to ground someone that is in university?
From the age of 16, let's call a spade a spade. You've been treating him like an adult in the house.
Yeah.
He's been paying his rent. He's been probably paying his own bills as per, we can say, like, if he has...
He said he buys his own food.
He buys his own food.
And you know, one thing money gives you is freedom and options. Yeah.
Like, you've created a structure where he does not answer to you for anything, right? Mm-hmm. And he has taken that on in a big way. Yeah. I'm saying, peace out, I'm going to Mexico. I don't give a heck what you lot are doing. This is what I want to do with my time. Mm-hmm. Because in all honesty, if he was in another city or state for university and he told you that I have work to do in university and you just found, there's nothing you can do now.
I hear that. I think it's because they don't think his plans are important, like your Mexico plans are not important. And I feel like generally parents tend to do that. They tend to minimize how important things are to you, or people in position of authority. They just feel like, oh, why do you think that is important to you? But it's my last year of being in university. I want to spend my spring break doing, like, it doesn't mean I don't love my family, but like, this is what I want to do.
This is what is important to me.
And I feel like you cannot show up for every family gathering,
period.
So I kind of feel like his parents were wrong for collecting rent from him. I feel like it was unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem stemmed from collecting the
Yep,
rents. I feel like
100%.
they
They
created a monster.
yielded a lot of their
They
power
created a
in that.
monster for
Yes.
sure. But I feel like him, I mean, you're young, so you just feel like, oh man, fuck these people. And I think what I'm about to say has definitely come with age. But I feel like sometimes you learn and you realize that your parents are also learning too, and they don't know any better. And like, you should always give grace.
Yes.
So
agree.
I don't support him like just like freeing his parents, and that's exactly what his grandfather said. Like,
You
you need
need
to
to be,
talk to them with
yeah.
respect, but like since they're your landlords, like you can't
They can't
literally.
have it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like it's sort of a two-way street. I feel like time will definitely teach this individual a thing or two, and he'll probably give his parents more grace eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just think he's not the asshole, but he's an asshole for moving
He is
out.
an asshole, but in this dilemma,
I
he's
don't think
not
he should. I don't think he should have
asshole.
moved out. I think he overdid it by moving
I
out.
think he overdid it by moving out. I think it was disrespectful how he said good luck, but I feel it's also very cheeky of his parents to try and say
Honestly,
you're cramped.
sometimes, like you need to share for like. Honestly, I think that every pivotal moment in my life,
Mm-hmm.
I've had to really stand up for myself with
Yep,
my parents.
100%.
Like, especially my dad. Like, I've fought the good fights.
Yeah, do
Like,
you know what I find
I really
strange?
have.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I've really fought the good fights. What do you want to say?
Do you know what I find strange?
Mm-hmm.
I knew this girl, and she was like, she was older than me,
Mm-hmm.
and at the time I was like 24,
Mm-hmm.
and she was 27,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd always be like, come out, let's go out, bless you, come
Thank
out,
you.
let's go out. And she was like, oh no, it's too late, it's too late. So one day I told her in advance, and she said, I have to ask my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, that was the strangest thing to me,
Oh my god! Have you ever?
because as soon as I went to uni, actually, and after the first semester, it literally changed with my parents from can I go to this place
My
to
curfew.
I am going here, I will be back at this time.
My curfew when I was 16 and 17 was 4 p.m. When I turned like 18, 19, like that's when I'm at home, when 18, 19, 20, 21, my curfew was 7. If I got home a minute after 7, I'm not going to go out for like 2 weeks. And the way my father did is, if you go out this weekend, you can't go out next weekend. You can't go out, you just go back today, tomorrow. Are you whining?
When I hear like how people were brought up in Nigeria, I think I had a really lenient upbringing.
My sister,
Like my dad,
listen,
if you want to go out,
I've
but make sure
flown
everything's
bike
done.
from Yaba to my gate, my parents' house. Like, I was on the bike for like 40 minutes because my father said if I got home at 7:01, I'm not going to sleep inside the house. He doesn't care where I'm going to sleep. He's like, he called me at 6 o'clock. Me, I was already on my way home. I was already trying to figure out, can I find my cab to get home? I can never forget this day. When I called me, he said, hello, where are you? I said, oh, daddy, I'm trying to get my Uber. He just laughed. Okay. I just wanted to tell you that if you're not home by 7, and by translation, I mean, if you're not in this house by 7 p.m. sharp, as per if you come home after 7, you're not sleeping in this house. So that's how I said this. So I just stopped bike, flew bike from there. I'll never forget. I paid the bike guy like 1.5 or something. 1.7.
Did you get home before 7 then?
I go home at 6:45. Like from Yaba to, as in, when I go home, my mom was like, what did you do? I was like, your husband called me. That's why I called my dad to my mom. I said, your husband called me and he said that if I don't get home at so and so time, she was like, so you flew bike? Bruh, I flew that bike in a big way. And that is why I moved out so young. And that is why I'm so big on financial independence. That is why. Because they were doing everything for me. That's when I started selling Iran silk, Iran buba. So that I'll be seeing.
Oh, I remember that period of time. We got that in London as well.
Babe, listen, that year that I used to sew it in school. Sew it for people. That's what I started doing. That's why I started gathering small money here and there, because I was like, listen, even to buy data that year, my father was just tell my father he wants to buy data. He'd be like, who are you talking to? You're always pressing that phone too much, bruh. My popsy, nah.
Do you know what? Like,
that's independence. I needed it, and once I got it, I did not look back. Like, I never like this.
That's crazy.
I never did like this. I ran away from home for a long time. Like, when I say I ran away from home, in the sense that, like, after I moved out for years, I would barely go and visit. Now I go home. Like, I've gone home every at least once a month this entire year, sometimes twice, and every time I go I stay over. But like, obviously our relationship has changed. We are in a much better space, and I think it's basically because I don't live there, because I know when I go there to go and visit and I want to leave late, my father will be like, no, just stay till morning. So like, that tendency is obviously still there. It's because I don't just live there. But like, it was crazy, and that is the alarm for my back. But yeah, man, that was really a crazy time for me growing up. Like, it was always too insane. And that's when the party is starting. That time we used to go for parties in like Vola and Opium. When the party is just getting started,
that's when you have to know.
My father will be calling me. Honestly, sometimes I damn the consequences. I'll be like, you know what?
I'm actually trying to think, was there ever, like, there are times where, obviously, I grew up on ends adjacent, so there are times where my mum would have said, don't go here, and there's a
that is where you
there's a party on the block, and I'm just like, okay, I'm going all the way over here, but I'm where she told me not to go. But in terms of like time, as if I tell my mum like, oh, can I go out, this was like when I was in high school, can I go out, I'll be back 10-11, my mum will ask me
PM.
Yeah, my mom will ask me where I'm going, who I'm going with, and she have an address. And she said that she'll tell me, okay, if I'm gonna stay out later, I'll say, oh, mom, party's jumping in it.
That's how my mom is, right? But that's not how my dad is. My mom, one thing, so because I was scared of my dad, one thing I used to do to my mom was when I'm not on my way home yet, I'll be lying. And my mom is like, Valerie, one day when I came home, she was like, Valerie, it's better for you to tell me that you're still there than for you to tell me that you're on the road and then you're on the road for 4 hours, because you're worrying me. Like, if I know that you're still somewhere, I know that you're still there. So like, my mom is cool. I don't see that I'll tell her that I want to travel, I want to do this. I'm never afraid to tell her that I'm about to do something, But as for my father,
nah, my dad's main concern was school. If you wanna, that show, How to Get Away with Murder.
If you want to get away with murder, just go to school.
Just go to school, read your book, come home with good grades. And my dad's own isn't even too much. You have to be number one. You have to get 5 A star just to prove that you're not stupid. And that's it.
That one saved.
That was, but as soon as after my first semester in uni, I've never asked my mom or my dad, can I? It's always, I'm going, I will be back.
I mean, I don't ask them anything again. And like before, I used to tell them like in advance before I travel. But now I do like 2 weeks, 1 week. When I was going to Ghana.
Okay.
Ghana was very spontaneous. So like, I texted my mom when I was at the airport. And she was like, so when are you going? I said, I'm at the airport. She said, I was like, yeah, so.
Sometimes when I do last minute travel, I'm always like, oh, mom, it's because of work. It's not because of work. I'm just going because I want to catch a fun.
Honestly, when you say once you say walk to my parents, you can get away. Like, that's my parents' son.
I don't.
Once you say you're walking, like, you can get away with anything. Like, if you say you are walking, you can get away with anything. Me, I'm the deadbeat cousin. I hate family reunions. So when I was working at Spice, I was actually always working, but that was my go-to excuse. Any family, can
outside of my nuclear family, there are just some people that it's just my dad's side that I really like.
You like your dad's side?
Yeah, everybody is always shocked. Everybody is always your dad's side? Listen, my dad's side of wavy people. My mom's side, but like, if anything, like, I went to. Mom shouldn't watch this episode. She should be so angry. I went to.
It's actually betrayed. What's a betrayed?
I went to a family event December. Daddy had to call me from. I said, "Yeah, you mad? Are you mad?
Why?
You better. If you don't, you better go." Sorry.
Go to where?
To the family event was my mom's side of the family. I didn't think my dad had to put in the bird call from London to tell me, bro, you're going. Call. You're going. I am putting my foot down as your father.
I mean, there's some things that my parents make like non-negotiables, and like I hear it, but like they know when to and when not to.
True. I have to give my parents that one.
Anyway, before my waist to break on this show, I definitely need to get that pillow so that next time that I'm filming, I just sit with the pillow behind my back.
What, the BBL pillow?
No, not the BBL pillow.
Oh, I was gonna say, Valerie, is this something you're not selling up?
I don't need all that.
Okay, girl.
All right, girl. Okay, it's giving follow come, baby.
Oh yeah.
I'm such a fool. But anyway, thank you so much for watching the podcast. Big shout out to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Our handle is Lowkey Relatable Pod across all boards. And like, talk to us. Send us anonymous messages and let's get into everything. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening and speak soon.
Bye.